Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kmumvlogs, and for today's video, we are going to talk about the travel updates and restrictions that are in place right now here in Canada. So if you're planning to travel and you just got your permanent residence visa, your student visa, your foreign worker visa, or maybe your visitor's visa, and you want to know what exactly are the travel updates, please keep on watching because this video is for you. I know a lot of you guys are asking whether you can come now in Canada or maybe wait a little bit. So we're just gonna make this video short and simple and easy to understand because I know when I try to do my own research on YouTube about the travel updates here in Canada right now, it's kind of confusing, and really what they do is just copy what's on the news and then put it on the video. So there's not a lot of like explanation, a simplified explanation on what the travel updates really are. I know it changed very quickly, so maybe as we speak now, maybe there's another update that's happening. So this video is really general information about, the updates of how returning Canadians or maybe new travelers can do their travel properly and get the information that they need. All right, so first of all, before you plan your trip, if you have an approved permanent residence visa, maybe a student visa or foreign worker visa, or maybe a visitor's visa, so first of all, just check the website whether you are considered to be on the essential travel exemption. I think this is familiar or common to other countries also, that they only limit the travels or the people who are traveling in their country if it's like essential. So in Canada, what's happening right now is they allow newcomers, permanent residents, to reunite with the family. So if it's like a spouse or maybe like children, parents, so those are allowed. So for permanent residents, that's the case. For international students, yes, they can come. And then also for foreign worker, I'm not too sure because it depends on the province. So I'm not really sure whether they can come now or they have to wait a little bit. For visitors visa, I know it's not allowed yet, but there's an exemption if it's like immediate family, including siblings, they can come. So that's from what I read a month ago. I don't know if there's any changes right now. Those are the people who can come in Canada at the moment. Before you book your flight, there are only 4 airports that are open to accept air travel, and those airports are the Montreal, Vancouver, Calgary, and the Toronto Pearson Airport. So make sure that you're booking on those port of entries only. I mean, like depending on which province you are going. Number 3 is, of course, the PCR COVID test negative result that you have to provide when you land in Canada is mandatory. So if you're leaving from the Philippines to come to Canada, you have to do your Red Cross PCR COVID testing, and then you have to show that at the airport, your port of entry. At the moment, I know there's been a news circulating about the cost of hotel plus the swab test plus the hotel expense and transportation that is accumulated to $2,000. I know that's been circulating in the news, and just yesterday, I think from CBC News or something, they now have a date on when this hotel quarantine will start, and that is February 22nd. So starting February 22nd, people that are arriving to Canada on those 4 airports will need to quarantine and wait for the result, I think for 72 hours before they can leave the hotel and continue their quarantine for 14 days. whether it will be a home quarantine or it will be a hotel quarantine, still depends on which province you are going to land. So make sure that you're checking the province jurisdictions as well, like what their restrictions are, just to make sure you comply with that. So yeah, basically that's really it. Again, to wrap up, make sure that you are allowed to come to Canada, have your visa, and have your negative testing report with you before you arrive here. And then make sure to have, if you're arriving like after the 22nd of February, you have to be in a hotel authorized by the government of Canada to stay there for 72 hours and wait for your PCR um, swab test or COVID test. Knowledge that I wanted to share is that a friend of ours arrived just 3 days ago from the Philippines, and they were not asked to do the swab test at Vancouver airport, and they didn't have to do a quarantine. The only thing that happened is because their flight was delayed from Hong Kong, so they have to adjust the flight, and Air Canada has to rebook their flight the following day. So other than that, they didn't have to do anything like the COVID test and the hotel quarantine for 3 days, 72 hours, nothing like that. But like I said on the news, after February 22nd, everything will change. Everything has to go to a hotel, in an unauthorized hotel here in Canada, whichever airport you are going to. Make sure that you choose the airport that is close to your province. If you want to land, or if you're going to Alberta, make sure that you book your port of entry in Calgary, because I know there are flights that are booking directly from your country to those airports. I'm saying this because it's easier for your family when you're on the quarantine period, rather than having you in a very far province like Vancouver. Because most of us, like if we fly from Manila, we usually go to Vancouver and then to Calgary or Edmonton. But in this case, because there's a quarantine, I think that it's more convenient to have you guys or your family to stay in a quarantine close to where your address is or your home. So it's easier for them to, if they need to quarantine there for 14 days, then it's easier for them, from the airport, just go to the hotel, and you can, bring food or something. Is easier. It's more accessible for the family to, help them or give them something if they need. All right, so that's it, guys. I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any question, please comment down below, and if you have any other information that you wanted to share, please feel free to comment down below. And this is Kmumvlogs again, and I'll see you again next time.